you got a Suzuki.
Yeah.
That's half the reason you get a Suzuki is so you don't have to worry about that stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
you paddle away.
I think it's kind of funny that you're legally required to have an oar in a boat.
Yeah, what's that going to do for you?
It's like comical. But with that being said, that's why I have a trolling motor on every boat I've ever owned. And it's not, I mean, it helps with the boat control and it's nice to have a trolling motor. But
it's a good plan B.
Yeah, it's plan B. It's another source of propulsion if you get stuck, like motor problems or run out of gas or anything like that. Oh, yeah. Colby's here. You guys ready for Colby?
Bring it on.
Come on in.
There he is.
Yo.
Happy birthday, dude.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's your birthday?
No, it was the other day, though. Ryan said something on my page. I seen that.
Oh. That's a byproduct of me never being on Facebook is I don't know anybody's birthdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I try to ignore my own.
So do I.
Yeah. No,
if you turn the volume all the way down, it's in subtitles. I can read what we're saying.
Oh, I'm sure that comes out really great sometimes.
Yeah,
get my nice nasally voice where my words sometimes run together. And then you mix 3 or 4 beers in there, and then it probably gets really bad.
Colby disappeared.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Where'd he go?
He's a recluse, as
freaking man down already.
I just hit add to stage, and he disappeared again.
Tyrell's in the house, wanting to ask some questions.
Sweet. Well, we'll do our best to answer them. We'll start off with a little introduction of everybody. I got Ryan, obviously the flathead assassin.
The one and only.
We got Colby and we got Andy.
What's up, Andy?
How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you? Happy birthday.
Yeah, I know Ryan's, it's like a week ago, but I do appreciate him still saying it again.
Well, I haven't seen you in months, so.
I know.
Well, I got all these guys on here on purpose. And I want the main discussion to all center around flatheads today.
So, nothing says flatheads like -6 degrees.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
This is more of fighting like seasonal oppositional disorder.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. I'm already ready to use Deepwood's off for my cologne.
Right.
Just to make me feel better.
We'll go bullhead to make us feel better.
Absolutely. I already took one because Brian called her out already.
All right. So did Justin. I'll take another drink.
It's a rough life we live.
Mm-hmm. Don't have to talk me into it.
With this screen, I was trying to get
that old meal. Or did you just swallow it?
Oh, it's delicious. I love it.
All right. A little bit of housekeeping stuff. Everyone who's watching probably already knows this, but we're live on Facebook every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the only housekeeping thing I came up with. Let's talk about flatheads. The first question, which is the funnest one, at least flathead related one I could come up with. I've noticed, and this group proves it, that flathead fishermen are a little different. But
there's some characteristics for sure.
Well, we can dive into that too, but I want you to ponder this one. Do people that are a little weird flathead fish, or does flathead fishing turn normal people into weirdos?
I'm gonna go with the second.
It probably turns people into weirdos, probably.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, you're like out there thinking all kinds of ideas to find them, and your brain just becomes just weirded out, just chasing them all the time and stuff.
So it's like
yeah, I would agree with that.
Like you do cocaine and it like changes the chemistry of your brain. You go flathead fishing, it's kind of like doing cocaine.
It is, yeah. Like there was
for sure.
Specifically like one day for me, and all of a sudden that was the only thing I could ever think about.
Yeah.
I love to blame flathead, but my genetics probably has something to do with it.
that's kind of where I'm at. Like I've always been
Yeah.
wired a little different. And so I just kind of just fell into my lap. It just kind of made sense that as I got a little bit older and did a little more fishing, I'm like, this style of fishing really fits
Yep.
my philosophy. You know, like just the forehead first mentality. It didn't work. I don't care and keep trying anyway.
It gets you like exploring all kinds of stuff too. You're like, there's a big flatty under that. Before you know it, you hit all kinds of new little things you would never run up on. But you're just looking for like a giant underneath it, you know?
Or I see this spot on Google Maps that's 20 miles downriver the boat ramp, and I have to go look at it. And then you get there and you're like, well, this looks like crap. So
It's
I'm just
3
gonna
foot deep.
and I'm just gonna keep going. And then I just keep going and going. And then before you know it, it's like, wow, I'm 34 miles from the boat ramp.
Yeah, you got 2 or 3 hours in trying to find the perfect spot and ain't really jumped on nothing yet.
Yeah.
We
And
did
then
that.
the whole time you're sitting there, you're like,
We did that a
man, I
little-
should have stopped at that first spot.
Yep. Well, it's worse when you're in a kayak too, because you can't turn around. You know, at least if you're in a boat,
Yeah.
you can turn around.
Yeah, props to the kayak, because if I got really far, I might be calling another pickup truck to pick me up real quick.
That's why we go in twos a lot.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have 2 vehicles. We just go down.
yeah.
Colby, are you also a kayak fisherman?
No, if I take my kayak out, it ain't far. I usually don't get about a half a mile from where I put it in at. If
Yeah.
I'll put it in around my dock and float around, suspend a little bit, but and then in the river. But no, I don't go far really. When you got that boat just calling your name, it's hard to stay off of it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I like to bring everything, including the kitchen sink, with me when I'm going fishing.
And I go heavy when I do go out. I bank fish. I'll kayak some. I'll bank fish a lot this time of the year just to get it out of my system every, a few times a week just to go hit the dock or the bank somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just if I don't have time to put the boat in, just to try to catch a couple fish.
Gotcha.
You know what I just
Kayaking, I
realized?
really ain't kayaked in a good while other than in front of my dock every now and then.
Well, if I had your boat, I wouldn't. And that's kind of what I was getting at is I just realized there's like everyone, we have 3 jet boat owners here, 1 tunnel prop. We have 3 flat cat owners on here.
Oh, you got a flat cat too?
Yeah, is that what you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colby's got the catfish bus.
Yeah. I got a
I
big
tell you
one.
what, that's a mobile campsite. I love it.
Dude, I got a 24-foot one, and then my
Oh,
jet
really?
boat. Yeah, and then my jet boat's a little river rocket. So I got my jet boat, the river rocket, and then my 24-foot flat cat with just a prop on it, a 250.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I don't think it's by
pretty
accident that we all, like everybody on here has a jet boat and we all like to fly it fish.
no, it comes with the territory for sure.
I'm thinking
You're not
about
getting there fast, but you're definitely getting there.
You're getting there no matter what. Those other boats are turning around and you're just jumping over it, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, if it's wet, it'll make it.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
So we got 44 people on here, which is pretty cool. Thank you to everybody who's taken the time to listen. And just for everybody who just showed up, we got a bunch of crazy flathead fishermen on here. We got Ryan, got Colby, we got Andy. I've had the pleasure of fishing with every one of these guys. I wish I was a little bit closer to some of them just because we have such a good time when we're on the water and we all like the same things.
Yeah, we put up with a lot of crap. It takes a lot to ruin our trip.
For sure.
Yep.
So I want to get into a little bit of conversation about like flathead fishing by the season. Ryan, your flathead season's been over for a while just because you're obviously things are locking up in the ice. Same with you, Andy. So Colby, are you still flathead fishing down in North Carolina?
No, really about right now. I mean, if you start getting, you'll still get on them. on the warm days, but it ain't you about stop targeting them right now. It just switch to straight cut baits on bigger water and bigger sections. I get out of them skinnier stuff this time of the water, and then I just go sit in them ledges or just random parts of the lake, try to catch some blues.
What's your water temp down there?
It's probably in the low 50s right now. I ain't been out in about a week or two because I've been deer hunting a little bit and then family stuff. And but it's probably in the low 50s right now. Because last time I went out was a couple weeks, 1 or 2 weeks ago, and it was like 56. And that was on a nice warm day. I imagine it's dropped some since then.
Do you so when it gets colder and you're still targeting flatheads, are you still doing the same stuff you do in the summer?
Yeah, it's just going to be a lot slower, and you're just going to sit there a lot longer, and you might still strike up and get a good one, but you might sit there 5 times as long just to hope for it.
All right, so let's fast forward then to the time frame we're all dreaming of when the flatheads start biting. What do you guys do to get your first flathead of the spring?
I wait on the water temps to hit above 60, and then I start jumping in them skinnier spots again. That's when it targets me to start, right around what, late March or the end of it,
Or May, June.
Yeah.
I'll say the earliest I've ever caught one was last spring, and that was the day after Mother's Day. I don't remember what the water temp was, but we were just smallie fishing, walleye fishing, and we caught a sheephead, cut up sheephead, and dropped one. Must have dropped it right on his nose. I know the water temp was in the 50s for sure. And we caught a 43 pounder right on a current break, just down from where you guys were at when you guys come up.
So not a dink either.
No, that was a good fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems
And it
like
was
my first
30
one
seconds
here-
with the line in the water.
That's funny how that works lots of times. Seems like for me, though, that's the opposite. Like the first one I get every year is a little like 5 pounder.
Yeah,
it might be
usually on a walleye rig, though.
Yeah, well, it seems like most years, my first one, I get them on a night crawler.
Yeah.
And that might be why they're usually small. I've got some decent ones on night crawlers, but most years, my first one's on a night crawler, and the first one is small, or it's on cut bait or night crawler. Andy, did you say yours was a live drum or a cut up drum?
No, it was cut up drum. Yeah, that was completely unexpected as well. That was just because we were out there, and I like catching catfish, so throw one rod out, and we got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I mean, every flathead I've ever caught's been lucky, so.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot. I didn't see quite as many this year as I normally do, but the time on the water makes a difference too, for sure.
Absolutely, yes.
It's no
I would see a lot more. It just it was depressing how little I've seen this year. Actually, I'm usually in my zone, but this year was probably the past 4 or 5 years, probably the last I've catch in the past 4 or 5 years. But the time on the water, it was a lot less this year.
I don't want to hear about it. We went there for 2 days and caught more than I did all year here.
You probably caught more flatheads than everybody.
If you and Spencer would have come down on the right week, y'all would have went home catching 15 to 20. That's the bad thing.
That's not the way we roll, buddy.
No.
It's like you can't time down the best week to hit it. But on some weeks, y'all would have went home like, God almighty. And then you go home 2 days straight skunked and be like, man, that sucked.
That's all the time.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about how your numbers are lower than you've ever seen them, and you still probably caught more flatheads than anybody talking on this podcast right now.
Possibly just because of the temperature differences in y'all's areas and things like that. That makes a total difference in the river systems, but that temperature that y'all get so fast changes a lot.
It's hard to measure the water temp right now because you need a drill to
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek said that High Rock's 51 right now.
There you go.
Yeah, so I was dead on, so not bad. I ain't been out in a couple weeks at least, y'all. My boat's not moved in 2 or 3 weeks.
That's bad for them. They
Mine
feel
doesn't even have batteries in it.
I'm thinking when I think the last trip I hit was like 2 weeks ago on my dock for like an hour, and I didn't get a bite, and I'm like, all right, back to work. Heck with it.
All right. So do you guys fish any specific locations to target your first flathead of the year? Or you just jump right into pre-spawn type stuff?
Upstream from wintering holes is usually a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I usually jump right up river and stuff like that, or mid lake, and sometimes them ledges. But if it's still kind of cool on and off, I'll still just jump main ledges, main channel where creeks dump in and stuff too, just right on it.
How about you, Andy?
A lot of points.
Yeah, that's about the same. I'm a little different when it comes to that because like I live in an eggshell. You know, a lot of the other guys venture out multiple rivers and different spots. I fish maybe call it a 35-mile stretch of river, and I never leave that spot.
Well, it's a pretty damn good spot.
Yeah. There's a
reason it's hard to leave, you know?
Yeah, yeah. The number of quality fish you get on that stretch is pretty impressive.
Yeah, which makes it hard to leave.
Well, just that week we were there, and it was full moon, kind of crap weather. I caught a 60. That young kid caught a 40-something. Then 2 nights later.
Yep. And that's the way it is. Well, it was not this past year, the year before. We caught a mid-40s fish every week for 6 weeks on the weekend. To the point where we're like, come on, where's the 50s? Like you're getting bored.
Well, what about the spot on the spot? Like that's the big thing. Like you got a river, kind of like what you're talking about, Ryan. So you upstream a wintering hole. That's a spot on a spot. My first flathead of the year, I'm probably either going to fish a dam or I'm going to fish a creek mouth, preferably close to a wintering hole. The dam, I'd want to fish that because lots of fish spend the winter at dams. And then any fish that have been moving, well, they're probably running upriver and they can't get past the dam, so they concentrate there. So my first flight of the year, that's where I'm going, a dam or creek mouth.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. So you've been up in my little section of the river. Yeah. When you say a creek mouth, we don't have a lot of creek mouths, but we do have a lot of little different channels.
But that's not a creek mouth.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know why it matters, but it seems to. You do have that one big creek mouth, right? Where the boat that we put in at is. I can't even remember the name of it. Not that needs to be said, but that'd be a place when the water's up early in the year after the ice is melted and everything. Yeah. A spot to check out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nice deep hole right below it too. That doesn't.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I guarantee you, they spend the winter at that dam too, because it's deep.
Thanks, and all of y'all's water is iced over right now.
Well, the main river's not, but all of the bays are for sure.
I want to be ice fishing next weekend.
You could probably drive an hour north and be ice fishing this weekend.
I could, yeah, but I got a prior engagement at your house.
Oh yeah, I ruined everything.
We've got about 2-3 inches so far on the.
That's great. The creeks might freeze a little bit in the very back creeks around here. I don't know if the main channel ever fully freezes.
That's why some year I'm gonna live there.
Yeah, that's
smart.
Like deer season's over in about 25 days or something. I'm getting right back on my boat about a few times a week, you know, and I don't have to worry if that ice is there.
Yeah, I envy that.
I'd shoot the smallest Bambi I could find, turn it into steaks, and go fishing.
Yep, and get back at it. Yep.
That's crazy. I hate that for y'all. That does suck.
I mean, we chose to live here, bud. You know.
Yeah. My catfish season usually starts about middle of May to the end of May and goes until the 1st of October.
It's pretty comparable to Iowa.
I could continue, but you know, then you've got pheasant hunting and duck hunting and deer
Yeah.
season, you know.
So that's a good segue then. So we talked about first flight of the year, moving to pre-spawn. Do you guys fish pre-spawn any different than you fish post-spawn?
Not really.
Not really, no.
No, I kind of stick to the same things, chasing flatheads for sure, like all year long. And I'm like, if they're not biting, I'm praying that one's coming through there that is biting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't all spawn at the same time.
Yeah, I'm like, this
That's
is
true too.
still one of my good spots. I have faith in it. I know they come through here. One's coming through at some point. So I just, and if not, you know, we have a timer on it. Y'all know how it goes. We'll jump to the next spot. We feel that way.
You guys have so many fish that it affords you the opportunity to do a lot of those different things.
Well, and we were talking about 30 something miles, like I was going to tell you, I focus on like the same 10-mile stretch. I don't never leave it. I focus on like the same 10 miles and I like pick it apart. Right. And no, I could jump down to the next few lakes, and I do that on the tournaments and stuff. But I keep it close to home and just pick it apart. That's what I do.
Yep, me too.
Yep, and the jet boat is for them upper areas that nobody I know's hits, and they're very little traffic. That's why I got that river rocket. When you want to run that river rocket, you can definitely get where nobody goes.
I wonder how shallow you could run your tunnel prop in.
Well, probably the shallowest we took it, probably getting through that one creek where we went about like 6 to 8 inches with it trimmed up. That's about
less than a foot.
They're not far off from a jet.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you were on plane, like if you had the guts to get on plane through that, I wonder how shallow you could go.
Plane out in 3 foot real quick, I would run it through 1.5 feet just to feel good about not hitting the motor. But otherwise,
give it a year, you'll be into the 6 to 8 inches.
Look, I'm just wondering if you could run 4 or 5 inches with it trimmed up just right.
We got right through that sandbar pretty easily that I was stressing that evening, remember?
But we were putting though. Like, what if you were on top of the water?
Well, without that jet and that 250, I would be like, well, I'll just wait till I'm back in the river rocket and just give it what it's got.
Yeah.
Well, you guys met Vic.
The blue boat I just sold, man, I would treat it like a jet boat sometimes. Hey, that was a beast.
Vic's got that 2072 with a 90 and it's a prop.
Mm-hmm.
He can cut some really skinny water with that thing.
And that's not even a tunnel, is it?
No, that's hydraulic jack plate, no tunnel.
But I just wonder how skinny those tunnel props will get. Like, I don't want one because you're still going to hit shit and it hurts every time you do. But I just wonder how they do compared to a jet with somebody driving them that really knows what they're doing.
Right.
Which wouldn't be me.
I would say a foot of water. I would say if there wasn't no stumps or nothing, I think you could really roll steady a foot of water. Otherwise, I think you're going to bump a few things probably.
Yeah, I do that in the jet. So.
Yeah, me too. That's what we got them for, though.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I tell you what, when you hit bottom in a jet, though, the pucker factor is a little more like, I sure hope I'm making it through this or I'm really screwed.
Well, I struck mine across the bottom a couple times about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's not that it's that shallow of a river. It's just there's spots where it gets so choked with timber. One spot I ran over a tree, and then the other one, the tree was sticking up high enough where I chose to run about a foot of my boat over dry ground and just hammer down on it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. That's the downfall of having a big wide boat. I'm actually toying around with the idea of getting a 1448 and putting a little jet on it.
Just throw it in the back of the truck and weigh it out.
Well, for places that don't have a good boat ramp, and I fish by myself so much that it'd be kind of a cool little solo rig that I could dump in on a sandbar.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Texas is Probably has the worst boat ramps of any place I've seen. Where and there's a lot of places that don't have any boat ramp. So get like a 300-pound aluminum boat and
What would you put on it?
probably a 50-35.
Yeah.
Is where my head was at. It just depends on the boat, you know. I would like a welded one because it's gonna see the bottom, you know.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't have a choice.
Lightweight, hopefully, you know, so lightweight you just bounce over it.
Well, and the downfall of the welded one is it'd be a little heavier. So if you're putting it in the water at a less than ideal place, you know, that does defeat the purpose a little bit. But I don't know. I'm going back and forth on it. I need another boat like a hole in the head, but I kind of really want one.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending cycle.
I know.
Yes.
Tell me about it. All right, so we talked about pre-spawn in summer. You guys fish the same. I'll throw one little caveat in. I pretty much fish the same, but when it comes to daytime strategies, pre-spawn, they really seem to like brush piles. Like there'll always be some fish in brush piles, but brush piles really seem to play during the day. And then post-spawn, I don't know if it's that they just spread out a little bit more, but I'll catch way more fish on just isolated single trees post-spawn than I did pre-spawn. Like there's always some fish in those types of areas, but just the amount of fish seems to they just spread out a little bit more post-spawn, it seems like.
They kind of find their own home post-spawn.
Yeah.
Seems that way.
Pre-spawn, I love big concrete slabs.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Yeah, I love that pre-spawn for sure.
So in Iowa, what would you consider? When do you think your spawn comes in Iowa?
Early
generally,
July.
So down. I'm a little further south than Ryan. I would say the end of June would be the very, very beginning, and then they spawn. It probably plays out till the end of July. Maybe
because I've had mixed emotions about this in Wisconsin.
So
it kind of depends on the year too.
Yeah.
You know, when that water's low and it's hot,
yes.
they definitely spawned earlier the last couple of years.
Because I've had Julys that are just straight bang up. And I mean, like, I'm thinking them in my head that we should be middle of the spawn.
Mm-hmm.
But why am I catching so many good fish in the middle of the spawn?
So two things on that is one, moon phase plays a difference. They seem to like to spawn around a full moon. They also don't seem to like to eat as much around a full moon.
Yeah.
And then if they are spawning and you get a big rise in water, like you get a big rain event, the water shoots up, it gets cold. Seems like a lot of those fish will kick off the nests. And all of this is secondhand knowledge from a few good old hand fishermen I talked to. So that's,
Gotcha.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it was
go fishing if you got time to fish.
Absolutely. And, you know, we fish every Friday, Saturday night throughout the entire summer, as long as we're not getting chased off by rain. And some of the best weekends I've ever had were the third week in July.
Yeah.
Seems like there's many years where my biggest fish I catch all year is right on the tail end of the spawn. And I don't know why, but that would be off in the third or fourth week of July for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look back through some of the memories and stuff on different social medias, and the past couple months, I wish I'd have been fishing a little bit heavier than I have. Just timing's been off, but I've had some good months right when it starts getting cold, right at the time break.
Do you guys have any fall fishing tips? We went from first flathead, pre-spawn, post-spawn, and now you're talking about cooling water temps. Do you have any tips for fall fishing or cooler water flatheads?
Just kind of the opposite of early.
Big baits. I like fishing big baits, and the second half of the season what I would call the season for us in Wisconsin.
So what's that calendar period for you?
You know, what you get into August, you know, in the middle of August, and you start getting colder nights, and the water's starting to drop from how hot it was back down. And then I like throwing big baits. That's fun.
So I've seen similar things in Iowa, and that's kind of a post spawn into early fall. You can't use a bait too big.
No.
And there's lots of nights where the only bait that gets bit is something freaky, like 3-pound carp, or well, you can't use that stuff, but or like a 2-pound bullhead is the only thing that gets touched.
Yeah. And it's usually a 20-pound flathead.
You are not wrong.
Yeah.
I was using a buffalo that was probably 18 or 19 inches. So that'd be what, 3-4 pounds pushing it. And I just hooked him right through the nose, and I put the rod and the rod holder on my kayak, and I didn't have the clicker on because he would have just pulled line off.
Right.
So I left it in gear, and I woke up to my kayak like shimmying kind of along the sand. It didn't move very much, but probably moved an inch or two, and the rod's all bowed up, and I just let him chew on it for like a couple minutes, and then I lifted up on him, and he never had the hook. It was like a 15-pounder.
Yeah.
Like I saw him, and they had the pad mark around the middle of the buffalo and everything.
Yeah.
He tried his best.
Barely hit the dorsal fin.
Right.
We get that a lot up here with throwing those big suckers with channel cats.
Sure.
Where they're right at the hook. But they're just not close enough.
This time of the year around here, we just switched to small cut baits of all different kinds of fish, but we'll throw like one random big old headpiece up on the bank and hope for the best on a flatty or something.
Yeah.
And then the flatheads around here will hit that little $50 size cut bait 30 foot down, just like they will live bait in the wintertime. If you throw it on their head or something.
Right. Yeah, you're getting a hit immediately once it happens.
Yeah.
Yep. Time of the year, I'll throw 4 to 8 rods out with all cut bait. Starting about right now, I rarely throw a live bait till it starts getting warm again. And
You can't count, because I've never fished with you without 82 rods out.
well,
That's a foreign language to me.
heavy, you know. But this time of the year by myself anymore, I used to just go insane, like 12 rods, even by myself all year long. Now I jump around so much, like 5 to 8 rods by myself, and I'm happy.
You're really cutting back there, Colby.
He's tired of throwing the cast net.
Yeah.
Why?
Bounce around faster. The less rods, like you hit them on the head, you bounce around. Like I'm starting to just want to bounce a little more, you know. And you got double the rods to reel in. That's double the aggravation and time. So like I'm only targeting that one little 50-foot area anyways. So I've tried to start slowing down on so many rods, but a lot of late nights, man, you're like, well, what about that corner way over there, 20 foot in the boat?
Just one more. Just one more. No, sir, you've had enough. No, just one more.
Right, you know what I mean?
Sometimes that's the only reason I bring someone with, so I can throw more than 3 out.
Yeah.
3's not a bad number, though. Like on a smaller waterway, 3's not terrible. That's what we get in Iowa, and I fish 3, and if there's another person in the boat, I like to fish 4 total.
Yeah. Yep, that's usually what I do too. I only add 1 if I have somebody with me.
With our small rivers, 4 rods hits every possible spot it's going to get bit anyway.
Well, that, and if you're paying for bait, if you're paying for live bait, you're throwing a lot of money out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That matters a lot.
Yeah, that's one reason I'd never move to Wisconsin is the bait law.
Yeah, I love it up there, man, but that bait laws, like I get why they do it, but holy crap. I mean, I'd have to take out a second mortgage to pay for all my baits.
Yeah.
So Andy, that's where you're at. That's where you're at. It's Wisconsin.
Yep.
And what's the bait law there? What's the deal with that?
So if you catch it on the body of water that you're fishing and you call it as your bag limit, you can use it. That means you can use a smallmouth, largemouth, walleye, whatever. It doesn't matter. But that's your bag limit.
Yeah.
Other than that, you cannot transfer. You cannot transfer fish from one body of water to another alive. If you go to one lake and you catch some bluegills and you freeze them, then you can use them on another body of water.
So the big caveat to that is, Colby, is you can't throw a cast net in Wisconsin.
Nope, I was about to say, you throw a cast net.
Nope.
You can't throw a cast net.
Nope. So, like, if I go up on the river, I have to give myself enough time to go back in the bays and find some bluegills, crappies,
Basically, gotta go fishing first and stuff like that. No, no matter what, the cast net's not an option.
Nope.
Dang, that's respect on that, because that's a different hustle if you just want to throw the net.
Right.
Yep, that's pretty crazy.
So, I mean, you are relying a lot on, the white suckers from the bait stores.
Yeah.
If you don't have the time to go fish prior.
And what do those cost? Like a big one's like $5.
The big ones are, well, when I say big, the big ones are $7 a piece. But if you're talking like 6 to 10 inches, they're $4 a piece.
So you got 4 rods. If you put 4 rods out, you got $16 hanging on the end of that.
Yeah. And then you got leatherback turtles to screw all that up for you.
Yeah.
It's eating your $16 away every time.
Yep, that's it.
Last time we were there, I guarantee we didn't have a live bait 10 minutes after we casted them in.
Oh, yeah, and you could tell right away. You see your rod tip, and it'll bend down a little bit and then snap back up. That's a turtle.
Do y'all have a bunch of goldfish and shiners and things like that? Salties?
No, goldfish are definitely not allowed.
Dang, yeah.
They're just illegal.
Yep.
I guess just up freaking brim. If I was with you, I'd just stack up brim all day one day and then fish all week on what I stacked up that one day.
Right, but now you're not allowed to transport live fish either. So if you catch them where you're fishing and then put them in a live well and take them home and put them in a bait tank and bring them back, you're not allowed to do that.
Oh, everything you say is making me move to a different state.
Yeah.
And it's 12 degrees right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, your face hurts from the air.
Yeah. It's going to get down to -7 here, Colby, tonight. That's the low.
Yeah. That's not wind chill.
That's about the same here then.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my temperature, so I just won't even tell you what mine is. It's not even the same.
But it's okay. It's okay. Sunday, I'm going back south, and it's a high of 70 when I get there.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
My TV is 38 here right now tonight. It's 38 right now.
I don't think it's been above freezing for 10 days here.
Yeah, I don't think
It's been chilly since Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's been below 32 degrees for 10 days, and that's the highs.
Well, a week, because it was 40, upper 40s last Tuesday. That was that day I beat the brakes off the channel cats.
Okay.
And then it got cold. And then, was it Thursday it snowed or Friday? Or Wednesday?
It was Friday. Because we did Thanksgiving on Thursday and everything was good. But That's Friday. But
it got cold and then stayed cold, and then we had a foot of snow Saturday. Friday.
I'm surprised y'all's power and stuff's built tougher than around here, because like if it got that cold around here, like everybody would lose power due to iced over power lines.
I was just gonna say, you guys have ice storms though. We don't really have those up here.
Yeah, like that's crazy. That's
cold. My dad lives in South Carolina, and he said the last ice storm that came through there, it sounded like somebody was outside with a deer rifle.
Yeah,
the pine limbs snapping off.
Dude, the trees start breaking one after another everywhere, all over on ice storms, and you'll get one or two a year sometimes, and sometimes you don't see none. But it's usually pretty graphic when you get them.
Yeah.
I feel
One or
like
two a year. We have 4 months of that shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I feel like I'm hurting cats through this flathead discussion.
Sorry, we'll come back.
Let's well, I'm sure it'll diverge somewhere else, which is fine. But what is it about flatheads that like draws you guys? Because like you think about it, they're big, but they're not the biggest.
For our area, they are.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, mine too. They're the biggest in our waters too, for sure.
Your blues get bigger.
Besides blues, but flatheads look bigger, but blues way more. But the flatheads are the meanest, grumpiest looking fish, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They're like,
I'll say for me, it's camping. I like camping, like you, Spence.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't start off as me chasing flatheads. It started off as me camping. And once I figured out that the flatheads were there, then it was like game on.
I'm never going home.
I very rarely do I fish during the daytime.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Always at night.
I think if I camped, y'all, I think if I stayed out there like you guys right here, if I was to camp out at night, I think I would have some giant daggone surprises in the middle of the night. But I don't camp out there much because I'm so close to home, so I just jump on back home.
Well, that's kind of where I was at. Like when I first started flathead fishing.
I do. It's just always work though.
But I would just fish till midnight and then I'd go back home and then I moved further away where I'm like, man, if I got to drive 40 minutes to go fishing, I'm just going to stay there all
Well,
day.
and I just spend the night.
Well,
yeah.
That's when I started doing the camping. Like I was a flathead fisherman first, and then I started doing the camping and fell in love with the camping too.
And your catch rate just skyrocketed.
Yeah, it didn't double. It like quadrupled.
I know if I was to start that, it would be an addiction. They'd be like, Colby, where you at? Oh, I didn't tell you I was on the river all weekend. Come down to the boat ramp. I'll meet you there.
Dude, you have the perfect boat for it. Like you could sleep a family of 7 on there.
When y'all seen areas that we could camp at, like it's Cadillac and spots for it's just sitting there too, chilling. It's good.
I was going to say, you don't need land. You just throw a couple of anchors and you got room for 6.
That's it. That's it. I mean, that's why I got it. Pop them 2 back seats out and I'm good.
I'm pretty sure you could fit my entire boat behind your windshield.
Yeah.
It's the Catfish school bus, man. I love it.
It's fucking awesome.
Why, Ryan, why do you love flatheads so much?
Hey, I'm going to use your I'll be right back.
All right.
It's
I'm going to take the same break.
It's my time to get, because some people call me a little high strung. Like I'm go, 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 go. And that's my time to just reset. That's my off button.
Sure.
If I can go there and, campfire or no campfire or just time to rethink everything that I've done lately and just kind of reset. And that's my healing time, I suppose you call it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like the daytime fishing isn't so laid back, but the nighttime with the campfire, it's just a great opportunity to decompress, and
Absolutely.
I'm with you on that. It's the speed of it. And I enjoy both sides of it. Like I'm a little high strung myself, probably one of the reasons we get along because we'll both get after it. But yeah, like I appreciate both sides of it. Does somebody have their computer on? I don't know.
I don't know. Something's echoing or.
Is it your phone?
No, mine's completely off.
Huh. Andy, do you have a computer or phone that's on Facebook?
No.
Huh.
Why? What's going on?
Well, there's like an echo.
I've been hearing that. I didn't know if everyone else was hearing it or not.
Yeah. I wonder if Colby is too. Or I wonder if it's Colby's phone or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it's his cat in the background.
But no, that from June, in June and September, I probably sleep more on my boat than I do in my house.
Absolutely.
There's no place I'd rather be.
Waking up in the morning when the sun's just coming up and you've got that fog on top of the water, that is absolutely magical.
It is.
Well, and you get to fish in beautiful country too. Like like the fog itself is pretty, but the backdrop to go along with it is absolutely beautiful too.
I don't know any different. I because like I said, I live in an eggshell. I don't know what you guys fish in.
Well, come on down.
Yeah, it'll reconfirm why you stay where you stay at. Hey,
where the wind hurts my face.
It does down here too. You just got more and bigger flatheads.
Yeah, that's what keeps the bug small.
Colby, do you have your phone or a tab on your computer open to Facebook?
No, I think it'll exit out of it, I think.
I don't know. There's just a weird echo, and I wondered if it had something to do with that.
Hold on, let's see. All right, now it's only this tab on.
Okay.
I haven't heard it yet. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll shut off my phone, but I don't think that's it because it's off.
Do you have a Facebook tab open on your computer?
No, my computer's off.
I'm on my phone.
Me too.
We'll just live with it.
I don't hear it on my end.
I hear it on mine.
Yeah.
Well, we're just gonna push ahead, forehead first.
What we do.
That's what we do.
Hey, Court, one of my old students is on there watching.
Hell yeah.
Bullhead.
Bullhead.
I'm wondering if I can change it. It might be if it's my phone.
Let's just talk about rigging. Do you guys do? Everybody asks about rigs. Everybody asks about rigs. What's the best rig? Andy,
I'm glad you brought that up.
What rig do you use 99% of the time?
Myself?
Yeah.
If it's at night, I'll use a 18-inch leader Carolina rig.
All right.
If it's during the day, like in the wood, I'll shorten it way up so he can't get snagged up.
But still a Carolina rig.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ryan, what rig do you use 99% of the time?
Carolina rig.
Colby, what rig do you use 99% of the time?
Carolina, in wintertime, I switched to add a few floats. But I liked what you showed me with your double hook rig that you and Ryan did. I left those on my rods for like a month, y'all, before we got them. I like those. I might start doing that, but Carolina rig in the wintertime, I add a float.
Yeah, but it's still a Carolina rig.
It is. I got a little crappy peg float that barely maybe bounces it off the bottom, and that's it.
Yeah, there's so many people who make a big deal out of rigging for catfish. Doesn't matter if it's blues, channels, heads.
All those little noise makers, I think it affects my hookup. What if one of them gets in their mouth? I don't want all that. I just want a simple.
I hear that.
Well, one thing I wanted to go over, and I wholeheartedly believe that the reason you guys caught that 60 was because you're using a bobber and it was different than what those fish were seeing all the time. Because we fish that spot all the time. And that's the only difference.
59.
Yeah, right. Hell's downriver.
The difference is your 59 pounder ate another sucker before it ate the one on the hook. Yeah. It ate a 1 pound sucker. Fish.
I have bobbers, but I never took the time to actually use them.
Me neither.
I'll tell you, if there's any secret that ever gets out, it's the double hook rig and a bobber at night.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all my secret. It's to take a live bait. I'll go ahead and tell it because it don't even matter nowadays. But you take a live bait, about a 5-6 inch live bait, but take the same live bait and cut one in half. Throw one on their live and then throw the half one on their cut. It's like that double little bait. Something about it has been my secret. That's like my little go-to.
It sounds like a great way to catch a lot of turtles in Iowa.
It's like it strikes some attention here. They're like, oh, there's one dead and one struggling. Let me get it. You know, it's like I don't know, but it
Well,
has
that was
been.
the other thing I was thinking about with the bobber rig is that's probably going to deter some turtles
Oh,
because it's further up off the bottom.
that's
And
when
that
I'm getting,
bait does not stop.
when I'm
Right.
getting turtled real bad. I always go to a bobber. I try to work a bobber in. The reason I was asking that question earlier is because like people make a big deal out of rigging. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal. Like you just use a basic slip sinker, Carolina rig, blues, channels, flatheads. It don't matter. It'll catch them all. Now you can do little different things to it. And then you can supplement it with these other rigs like the double hook rig, a bobber, but like your go-to majority of the time is going to be just a standard slip sinker rig. And you can
Yeah.
shorten the leader. If you're fishing timber, use a short leader, like 4 6-incher.
Yep.
Or let your sinker slide all the way to the damn hook. The flathead don't care. They ain't sinker shy. They think it's a rock and they're stupid. Like don't give them too much credit. But yeah, we can get into those other rigging sides of things too. But like, don't make it into a bigger deal than what it is.
Put a bait where they're feeding.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
all it takes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, as far as the bobber goes, I love bobbers because I like watching them go under. You don't get to watch them go under at night, and you don't have to do anything different. Just put it in free spool clicker. Flathead eats the bait. He pulls the bobber under. He don't give a shit if there's resistance from that float. He'll just take off moving like he does with any other rig. But what I do is I let the sinker hang below the bait. Like I'll have the float on top of the water,
Like a three-way.
like a 3-way rig underneath the float, and the sinker sits on the bottom, and use a big sinker like 4, 5, 6, 8, whatever you need, because wherever you cast it, you want it to stay put. And what the main point of that is to suspend the bait, because a suspended bait's going to struggle a whole hell of a lot more. It's not going to get eaten up by turtles. It'll get attacked by northerns and muskies where you're at, so you still got to worry about them. But in the ultimate is the bullhead. Put a bullhead under a bobber, and that thing just struggles like crazy all night, and it ain't gonna die. The channel cat can try to eat it, and it ain't gonna matter. He's gonna keep struggling anyway, and that's
Right.
what you need nighttime fishing for them flatheads. And
You talk about cardio. A normal bullhead on minnow meth will go 18 hours and not stop moving.
yeah, impressive creatures.
It's crazy.
Well, that's the problem we have up here too. Is a lot of times those suckers, they don't last. I mean, you got to wake up every 4 hours and see if they're still alive.
Oh
Most
yeah.
of them are not.
And then
Yeah, you're not finding a bullhead on the Wisconsin River to take with you.
I
Then you gotta
guarantee
put
that
another-
60 made a dead bait. Guarantee it.
Yeah, I think so too. The suckers weren't lasting that long, and I was passed out. I wasn't rebaiting at that point in time.
Right.
Yeah.
And they'll eat a dead bait, but I want live ones at night. Like if I daytime flathead fish and only have cut bait, that doesn't bother me at all. But I will not go nighttime flathead fishing without live bait.
No.
Well, and if you're daytime flathead fishing with cut bait, you're probably dropping it right in the timber.
Trying. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or if while you get lazy, that turtle's gonna peck it off while it's just a piece of cut bait, so you can't.
Who cares? Yeah.
Yeah.
To answer Tyrell's question, which is a good one, how do I know when to tail hook versus chin hook or lip hook a live bait? The only reasons I would prefer to tail hook every one of them because they'll struggle more. But if it's heavier current, I like to hook them.
Yep.
Or
Tail hook and real light current.
Or the new problem that I've run into is alligator gar. So
yeah, that's a new problem.
where
You're on your own on that one.
when I'm fishing around the gator gar,
Experience there.
it's a new one.
Yeah.
But if I'm using like a live carp or a goldfish, they will actually survive being bit by an alligator gar, as long as they don't get ripped off the hook. So I'll lip hook those baits. I lip hook almost every live bait
I,
in Texas.
I lip hook in heavy current too. That's just it's a safety thing. I don't want to lose that bait or get it messed up. Really.
Well, that and if it dies, it still looks somewhat lifelike if it's in current.
True.
It's like fluttering back behind you. You
Right.
know.
Yep.
Or so I pretty much like to lip hook baits in current or a bait that I don't want to lose, like a $7 sucker. I would lip hook a $7 sucker.
Yeah.
So I don't lose them.
I knew her one time.
Yeah. She lip hooked
$7
They're still around, huh?
Fond memories.
And Dennis, to answer or to respond to what you just said, I was on the river the week before I came back north, and we caught 3 flatheads in 40 minutes on cut bait. So
In Texas.
in Texas during the day.
What was the water temp there?
It was 70 when I left.
Holy shit.
which is very high.
I am jealous.
But it was abnormally high. Like the fishing actually kind of sucked. Like it was tough the last few trips I went out. It's probably down in the 50s now because they had a big cold front come through.
Now, are you talking like Colby sucks? Like only caught 6 flathead? Or are you talking like really bad?
No, like one flathead every 20 hours. Bad. So like
Iowa normal.
Iowa normal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's about like us. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, does the alligator gar bite in Texas all year, or does that slow down like flatheads and stuff?
They seem to be on a similar clock as the flatheads. Like the water gets in the 50s, they slow down, but
Slow down with all of it, huh?
yeah, but I've had some really good days down there when the water was in the 50s. Like some of the better fishing I've had. 44 now. Oh shit. Maybe not doing too much flathead fishing when I get back. Wow, that's crazy. 70 to 44.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And that's a long way south from Wisconsin. That's a huge temperature. Well, actually, it's really not that far off from what ours is.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
So in Iowa, what is it right now?
It's frozen.
What's the temp?
There ain't none.
You're talking air temp?
Yeah.
Air temp, it's like 12 degrees right now.
12 degrees. So that's, if the news called it, they would say 12 degrees tonight.
No, it's supposed to be -7 tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. -5, -7. That's before the wind chill.
Is that where you're at too, Andy? And what you're in Wisconsin, though?
Yep. They say it's going to be a -20 with the wind chill tomorrow morning.
Shoot, oh my goodness!
You got a room I can stay in? I'll book a flight.
Yeah.
Just for all three of y'all, just to get y'all out of that. Good Lord!
I'm just gonna stay in your camper for 3 months.
We don't have any scorpions or anything, though.
The pipe not running, Ryan.
Colby, do you have scorpions in North Carolina?
Never seen one in real life. No, sir.
Black widow, or not? Yeah,
Widows, yeah, we got
black
black
widows. Yeah.
but scorpions, nowhere around me.
I had one run across the living room down in Texas the first night I was there.
Yeah, I was watching a few shows. You better watch out staying in Texas. There's a lot of dangerous, poisonous stuff I see.
I've seen 2 brown recluses, 2 black widows, and 1 living scorpion and like a half dozen dead ones.
I heard snakes is a huge thing to watch out for. It's like on another level down that way on rivers and stuff.
I haven't seen very many. I saw more snakes in Alabama than I have in Texas.
Yeah.
That's a trade-off to Wisconsin. We don't have any of those things
You got rattlesnakes.
because they all freeze to death in the wintertime.
Yeah.
You die.
Right.
You got rattlesnakes though, don't you?
Yeah, we got big timber rattlers. Yeah.
That's the only upside of central Iowa is there's like 0. We have some brown recluses in southern Iowa, but central Iowa there is no poisonous snakes, no poisonous bugs, no flatheads.
A few lingers.
All right. I know the answer to this for at least two of you, but somebody asked me, what do you do for tackle maintenance? And before I started going down south and fishing all winter, as soon as it got to where it's at right now, and I didn't want to do anything else, I would tear apart every single reel I had and clean them and relube them and everything. And now my tackle maintenance is nothing, pretty much.
Hope and hope.
Ryan, do you do anything for your tackle at all?
Yeah, I do. I already took off all my flathead rods and went through them and relubed them, and then I put brand new line on until spawn, and then I'll reline them again for post spawn.
It's because you're one of them mono.
I'm the mono guy.
I'm with you.
Are you a mono guy?
Yep.
Gross.
Yep. 40-pound slime line.
So I'm now mono too. Unfortunately, a couple years ago, I switched from braid to mono. It just did me a little better.
I'm the only braid guy on this podcast. I really screwed up.
Everybody's got to be a little weird, bud.
I told you the concrete and the rocks were screwing me. I had to switch to mono.
Yeah, it starts fraying on you, and you gotta cut it.
You know what the
but
answer
you know,
is?
It's a horse apiece though. If you get hung up and you start yanking on it and you're stretching all the stretch out of your mono, you got to cut off a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 50-50.
But I can reline my poles for half the price as braid. So me doing it twice a year versus once a year, it's fine.
Yeah.
I replace my braid once every like 3 to 5 years.
You don't even fish though, really.
If I had a bad day with my rods, those things might not get retied every 2 months. And
you barely had any line on your reels when we were down there.
But they're bringing in fish, though. That's the thing. So I'm like, I'm not gonna mess up a good thing.
Like, and then you got to lob cast that one because there's only 30 yards of line on there.
But when you have 18 rods, you can still hit every hole. It's fine.
You suspend the ones with no line on them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they're right off the back of the boat. Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as real maintenance, I tell you what, I lube them up a little bit and throw a little oil on them, and I tighten up my little screws around them. And I buy such cheap reels anyways because I treat them pretty roughly.
That was my next question.
Most of my reels, like $100 or less, PC funds or cheap Abus, other than a select few that I'm a little more careful with. Otherwise, I just tighten up the screws and keep them going good. And I let it ride till it don't, 3 or 4 years, I change it out and get a new one.
Throw them out and get a new one.
Yeah.
Andy, what do you use for rods and reels?
I'm a huge fan of the Akuma Cold Water 303Ds.
That's what Ryan uses.
I love them.
I think I'm going on my 4th or 5th year, and I've had one go bad because one of my buddies, when we were trolling, it was snagged, and he just held it and let the gears rip out.
Yeah. I've had one that got a little chunky on me, but other than that one, I think I got probably 8 or 10 of them they haven't failed.
They're tough to beat for the money, which that's where my mindset is with everything. Like I use PC Fun and went with the sponsorship through PC Fun just because like that's me. That's bang for your buck. And those Okuma cold waters fit that mold to a T. Like durable, reliable, won't completely. They're not cheap, but they're not expensive.
You can get them on sale for $100.
Yeah. I wouldn't go any cheaper than the cold waters.
Right.
I know they make like a. Is it me that's making all that racket?
I have no idea. It might be echoing.
Can you hear it?
Beautiful Christmas decorations.
Do y'all hear it? I don't hear it racket.
It's like a reverb or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the little click sound?
No.
Yeah.
It's like when
you're in the McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah.
Dang, y'all, it's perfect on my end. I wish I could spot it out. I'm wondering if it's my phone, but
I don't know. It's whatever.
Man. Yeah, it's good.
But when it comes to rods, I'm not discriminate. You know, I've got a bunch of big cat fever rods. I got Hellcat rods. I got Mad Cats rods. B&M.
B&M makes a good rod that nobody really talks about.
The Silver Cat Elite. I love that rod.
I like their. Have you ever tried the Bombers?
Nuh-uh.
They're kind of a schmedium. They're like a channel catish, flatheadish, but you mix that with like I would put one of those PC Fun Alios 300s on it and with 50-pound braid, and that would be fun like channel cat rod where if you hook a big flathead, you still have a very good chance of landing it. Rod.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I will say that the Hellcat medium heavies, I don't know why, but I think I've had a better hookup rate with those. They're a little flimsier. I think they got a little more chance to take it and run with it, and by the time they realize the hook, they're already screwed.
Yeah, they're more of a moderate fast action. That's kind of the thought process behind like the rods that I came out with, those Ravix rods. They're more parabolic, more gradual bend.
Right.
Like you see a lot of rods that are all tip and then suddenly have a super stout backbone, and that transition doesn't always equal great hookups.
Right.
But yeah, that more gradual, moderate, fast, parabolic type action, I'm a big fan of that. And just because,
yeah, me too. I like that a lot. I'm cleaning off most of mine. I'm gonna order me a set of them too because I just need to freshen up, and that's what I'm gonna get.
I tell you, you need to fish the shit out of them, but I already know that's going to happen.
You know, I got you.
Yeah,
I love them too. I love them. I need to get rid of. I got the ultimate Skittles pack of rods, don't I?
You do. I kind of like it, man. Like I'm happy you're going to be buying some of like a bunch of those rods, but I'm also a little sad that you won't have like the conglomerate on the back of your boat.
The mess of all different color of everything and every style.
I mean, the best thing is when you order 18 rods, they're only $65 a piece.
That's true. That's true.
True fact.
Yeah.
True.
But no, when I think about a flathead rod or any catfish rod, actually, I kind of go back to the trapping mentality of running snares. You don't want them to feel a thing.
Right.
Too late.
You don't.
That's why I like those Hellcats because they're so flimsy on the top. They don't even know they've got it in their mouth until they're.
Yep.
It's so gradual.
And then when that
too tough, they're gonna let it go.
The butt of the rod, then it's all fun. But they don't have a chance after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You run? Are you running extra heavy Hellcats, Ryan?
I am.
But even the extra heavies do have that same style action. They're just heavier.
I've caught a lot of 5-pounders on an extra heavy. I mean, if that doesn't say that they'll hook anything, nothing will.
Right.
But next year it's going to be all Ravixes, and the extra heavies are going to be reserved for when I'm fishing in the junk, or which I know the Ravixes will do the same, but I like a heavier rod when like I'm daytime right in the junk.
Yeah, those are your retired rods. Those would be your retired beat them all to crap rods,
Yeah, and when I do go shark fishing, that's where they'll be.
That's it. I've took all my catfish rods shark fishing.
No, they would be a good one for like Big River Blue Cats, like anchoring up with mono for Big River Blues.
Yep.
Even though they're heavy, they still have that nice parabolic gradual bend, and you coincide that with monofilament, and I think that'd be a really good.
I tell you, my hookup rate with those rods are amazing. For like I said, I don't know many 5-pound fish I missed off. And for an extra heavy, big, stout, flathead rod, that's awesome.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, we touched on tackle. Let's touch on bait. Hunter wanted to know, and I want to know, like, Well, let's start with the extremes because I like extremes. Like if you could only fish one bait for the rest of your life for flatheads, what are you picking?
Shad.
One bait for the rest of my life. I'm gonna choose a bluegill.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. Even if I got to go out and hunt them myself before I go fishing, I'm still going to take a bluegill.
Just ultimately powers over anything in my mind that I can catch out there on a worm and use for bait for sure.
Yeah.
And I also think that the cut bluegill is better than any other cut.
Yeah,
you know,
for flatheads for sure. An old bluegill headpiece, they love a bluegill headpiece. You know, floating.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'd argue that one on the cut bait. I'm torn. So I'm torn between a shad and a green sunfish. I'm leaning towards the green sunfish because they do make a good cut bait. It's kind of like bluegill. They're also really easy to keep alive.
Yeah.
Like you can
It's
use
harder to kill them than keep them alive.
It is. But there's something magical about a live shad. Like, and they're good. They're great cut bait. They're my favorite overall cut bait for all catfish, but especially flatheads. Like, because I mean, skipjack is a great cut bait too, but when you get away from those bodies of water that, like, if you're using skipjack where in a place that have skipjack, it's just okay.
But everywhere has shad.
Everywhere has shad, and
Right.
everywhere has shad.
When you come up in this summer, bring some of that frozen skipjack with you, and let's see what it does.
Okay. Well, I don't have access to it anymore. There's no skips in Texas.
No,
Well, you got to be able to find some somewhere.
I mean,
You got enough connections, so you could probably get some shipped in.
I might have made a phone call the other day about getting some. So yeah, now that I think about it a little bit more, we can figure it out.
Well, everybody says always use the fish that are in your body of water.
Well, Seth,
and I want to test that.
I used to do that. It didn't treat me well.
He's just like, I've caught too many flatheads in places where skips aren't there on skips. And I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying they're not anything special.
They're an oily fish.
Yeah.
And you're good with that.
You'd be just as well off with shad in those places. I believe. And my experiences have mirrored that. So give me a shad, like shad or a green sunfish.
Shad will be a fish for sure.
Dennis, you're gonna have to show me where the green sunfish are in Texas because I've had a hell of a time finding
them. With bringing skipjack back from the Tennessee River when I had the place over there in Knoxville, I have never successfully had a great day on my lakes with skipjack bringing it back home. Fresh, live, cut, frozen. It was never the same. And you could switch to a piece of shad and just wear them out. But I tried it a lot. It just didn't work as good because they wasn't used to seeing it, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, am I wrong, or are skipjack hard to keep alive?
Oh my God,
I don't know much about skipjack.
You can't put too many in a big old tank. Like, you better have a giant tank. You want to keep them alive for sure.
Like you can keep maybe 5 alive in a 100-gallon cattle tank.
Yeah, it's not good.
And that seems to be
tricky.
Well, that's like you can have a filtered bait tank, but the number one they need to stretch their fins out.
Don't you have to have a round tank too? Yeah.
But you need a big round tank. It can't be like a little one, you know.
Right.
They need to be able to roam and stuff. And they're not as gross as shad. Like shad are freaking disgusting. You need a filter for shad, but you can get by without a filter for skips as long as you have a big enough tank.
So you just put plastic liner around the bed of your truck, fill it full of water.
Yeah.
Let them swim.
Nope. So I don't know. Like I'm still up in the air. Like, but if you gave me a bunch of live shad or you gave me a bunch of sunfish, I'd be pretty happy with either. I will say though, nighttime fishing, I love green sunfish I pick green sunfish just because I think they're overall better. But if I'm fishing at night for flatheads, I want a bullhead because I know I can go to sleep and not worry about it. It's just going to be down there kicking, doing its thing.
Doing its thing.
Yeah.
Hunter Henderson just said his biggest flathead ever was a 60 and caught it on chicken breast. How many flathead have you caught on chicken breast, Hunter? Was it just the one? Because I've never heard anybody having any success, even in high chicken breast areas.
So
that's pretty impressive. I've caught 0 on chicken breast flathead wise, maybe a couple blues, but
I was going to say, how many have you targeted on chicken breast?
So what I would guess is if all you use is chicken breast, then it's kind of like the person who's like,
yeah.
But if you're like, oh yeah, almost all my flatheads I catch on chicken breast. Well, if all you use is chicken breast, then
they're going to hit it.
Then yeah.
Probably not going to pass it up, smooth it on that bottom for food, you know.
Or they most of them do pass it up, but because that's all you use, the only flatheads you catch are on chicken.
Yeah.
Maybe live chicken.
I think I would feel more confident using a live chicken.
A live chicken, yes, I agree.
Challenge accepted.
Have you guys ever caught a flathead on anything crazy? Or a catfish at all?
I mean, I would say the craziest thing for me would just be like a sheephead. I mean, that's not that common to catch him on a live sheephead.
Oh, I got one for you. I was fishing a small stream in June, and I watched a muskrat swimming across the creek get eaten by a flathead.
That's awesome.
It wasn't on my hook, unfortunately. It would have been way cooler.
But then you were chasing muskrats down after that?
There's a reason the population's dropped in my area quite a bit.
Caged in the truck.
Their welding gloves running them down.
Yeah.
Cage.
No,
I got a couple miniature dachshunds we can try.
Size.
What's that, Ryan?
I said Skip's about the same size.
Pretty close, yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day when I was in Spain watching those Wells catfish like porpoise and shit. I don't think I would have let Skip swim around out there.
Absolutely not. No.
Seth caught a channel cat on a snooze.
On a what?
On a snooze, like snooze pouch.
Oh, really?
I gotta go plug in. My battery's about dead.
We're gonna dive into this one just because I know it brings about a lot of passion. What do you guys feel about like size limits or possession limits for flatheads? Do you feel like we're where we're at? Where we're at is where we should be, or does there need to be some reform or change?
Eat them all.
Ooh, that's that's one that doesn't hit home for me, but it when I watch Facebook and everything else, and I see what other people's regulations are, I'm so glad that I live in Wisconsin. Sure. Like when it comes to being able to do the pay lake thing and all of that, we can't do that here.
Yeah.
Same in Iowa. There's no pay lakes in Iowa.
Which is great.
And in fact, the Missouri River on the west side of the state, there's no legal commercial fishing allowed for catfish. And that is the longest river in the country. So it's pretty cool that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Ryan, are you pooping? I haven't been following you.
No, I
hope not. Not if he's standing right there.
I had to plug in.
Oh, okay. But yeah, all right, so let me state my opinion on this, and then you guys fire away. I'm a science guy, so I think regardless of regulations that regulations should not be in place, because I'm a little anti-regulation, a little bit, but I want them to be there where they make sense. So if there's science supporting there should be regulation, I'm all about it. If there is no science supporting there should be regulation. All right, I just contradicted myself because flatheads in Iowa are essentially unregulated. Like you can keep 15 per person any size, which that'll never happen. So that means there's no regulations.
And I think that's the same in Wisconsin, but it's not 15. I think it's 5.
And 5's still a lot, man. Like you take 3 buddies and you can keep 15.
I
Right.
don't want to keep no flatheads. Like dump them back in the boat, dump back in the water, let them go. I want to catch it next year. Let it go.
Well, my thing is, that is my number one fish to eat.
So
I
like,
love
don't
eating
you take
flatheads.
my head out of my river. I'm like, that's how I am. I'm like, you better not let me see you taking my flathead out of my river.
If I catch a 5 to 10 pounder, my mouth just waters.
Absolutely. I agree.
My friends do, but boy, if they catch that 40 or 50 near where
No, you better put that thing back.
we have serious issues, my friend.
Yes, I agree.
Like, I hope we're not using the same boat ramp issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You'll end up with flat tires.
If you catch a 5 pounder, lay it out, throw it on the grill. I mean, it's
Everybody says it's the best flathead for sure. And if somebody keeps, like you guys do, I'm with that. If y'all keep one for dinner and supper, but these ones taking these giant damn 20-year-old ones out of the lake to go dump in a water puddle,
Right.
I can't go with that because so much of my money and effort goes to chasing them.
Right.
It's like become a lifestyle at this point, and I don't want to see them pulled away from me, kind of deal.
Well, that's kind of where I just contradicted myself in my head. Is like to kill a 20-year-old fish, it's going to take 20 years to replace that fish.
Yeah, he's 20 years old and he's gone now because he was dumped in a little pond on the side of some little 1-acre road.
Yeah, so you have pay lakes you got to deal with, and that.
Well,
Yeah, that's horrible. I'm so glad that we don't have that stuff in the Midwest.
Right.
I could drive to like 10 within an hour right now. That is catfish and carp. Like 10 are surrounding me right now.
So Colby, what are the regulations in North Carolina for just a recreational fisherman?
Well, recreational fish, certain lakes on different chains around here, you can keep certain fish, and tournaments or for fun, you can keep 1 or 2. There's like a 32-inch rule. We always look them up before tournaments and stuff. But these guys that's out here stringering them on certain lakes and all, they're in and out so fast, filling up tubs and tanks on the back of their truck. There's really not much attention to it. Most of them, get on out of there without a problem.
There's regulations, but nobody's actually enforcing it.
They won't take it serious. Now, if that was a big old truck bed full of bass, they would take it like you're a 20-year felon facing 20 years. But unfortunately, flatheads and stuff don't hold that weight yet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somebody said you sound like a bass fisherman, and you kind of do. It's kind of funny, but
well, that's the same up here.
For my bait, though.
When it comes to bow fishing, you can shoot flatheads from a boat up here with a bow and arrow, and as long as it's a bag limit, in your bag limit, you're fine. Well, when you're shooting 50-pound flatheads, I have an issue with that.
Yeah, that's horrible to see, and you could do it here too. The mud boats and stuff that do bowfish, there's not many of them, but they'll take carp, gar, bowfin, and flatheads. I'm good with all of it except for the flatheads.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like all the trash fish that I use for bait, they can have all that they want, but
right.
Well, easy throwing around the trash fish word.
Well, what I mean. Things we would cut up, I guess.
How many flatheads do you think they even kill bow fishing though? It can't be that many.
I don't know. People surprised. I see some pictures sometimes around here, and like you get surprised the blues and flatties you'll see at the end of arrows, but that don't bother me. That is not very common around here.
But how many flathead have you caught in 2 foot of water?
Yeah, but it's more how many of them are going to stick around when there's a spotlight and generator rolling?
I think you'd be surprised, at least in Wisconsin.
I mean, unless you're on that generator in that boat to see it, then move away from you, you really don't know unless you do it, I guess. I've wondered that same thing. Like, do they move away or just tuck around and hope you don't see them or what,
Dennis says he rarely sees flatheads bow fishing. I haven't bow fished much, but I've
It's
never
mainly
seen
little
one.
blues. Mainly little blues.
Yeah, I was talking. So Justin Johnson, the kayak catfish guy, fished with him a long time ago, and he was talking about how he used to be big into bow fishing. It's kind of funny because he's the kayak guy, but he's talking about how he used to have this big old bow fishing rig, and he was big into it. But he talked about one time he shot a carp, and then a 20 to 30 pound flathead came up and ate the carp.
No kidding.
But he talked like just the way he talked about it implies that it doesn't happen like he doesn't see a lot of flatheads, and where he's at has as many flatheads as anywhere, so if he ain't seeing very many, there's probably not that many that you run into bow fishing, whether it's because they're not there or because they don't like the lights and the sound. And I would bet a lot of it's the lights and the sound. Every once in a while you run into a dipshit one. Those are the only ones Ryan catches. So
I like those. I wish they were all that way.
But kind of to go off what Seth said, every bow fisher I come across usually talks about killing a big flathead. You talk about things that are memorable that don't happen that often.
And it's time on the water.
Yeah. But that's speculation. I'm not out there doing it all the damn time, so I'm just speculating.
No, I don't say boat fishermen get a lot of flatheads. I do see them with a lot of random blues and channel cats with a lot of carp, mainly carp, really.
Yeah.
There was a company up by me that was a big part of their Facebook page was pictures with flatheads. With their fan boats.
And a fan boat is loud and it moves a lot of water.
And he's always got music blasting. I'm like, how is that fish dumb enough to sit there for that?
I guess they do. It makes you wonder.
I don't know.
There's a couple fan boats down here, but they ain't fishermen. They just having fun on them.
Why don't you guys, somebody asked and wanted to hear about the stories of your biggest fish. So I've never heard Andy's. I've never heard Colby's. I witnessed both of Ryan's.
You've lived Ryan's.
But not everyone's heard those, so you guys can share those. I'm going to go.
All right, Colby, you go first. I got to pee.
All right. Well, my biggest fish was at Lake Wiley at a tournament, and it was a blue cat, not a flathead. I think the biggest fish I got is right at 80 pounds or so. And it was at Lake Wiley, or was it 70 to 80 pound blue? And that was my biggest fish to date that I've weighed in. Was at Lake Wiley on the tournament. Me and my buddy Cody won the tournament. I've not hit that 100-pound mark on the blues or nothing yet. And my biggest flattie's probably over 60. I've got a few over 60 for sure. 5 to 10 of them over 60, fishing the same stretch of river forever. But biggest fish is right at 80, I believe, 70 to 80. I've not hit over that 80 mark on me for sure.
Do more of your big fish come day or night?
Definitely nighttime, Ryan. Definitely. Middle of the night when you're about getting so drowsy and tired you don't even feel like rebaiting. That's usually when the biggest fish come. Now, that particular day that me and Cody won that tournament, I think I might have caught a few near that, but that one just always hit a memory with me. I might have even got one or two over that, but that one just is one that sticks with me. And that was nighttime, almost weigh-in of the tournament, like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, just sitting on a big 40-foot ledge underwater.
Yeah.
And we caught 3 flatheads and that big blue. Everything was over 30 to 40 pounds within the same 30 minutes. It was like everything was just moving in that same moment. And it was just one of those moments that you hope for.
That was my next question was there other big fish around?
It was. It was
that
like
seems to be a pattern.
Yeah.
If you get a big one, there's a good chance he's moving with other big ones.
Yeah, and we've caught 70s at Bugs Island, and I've caught some other 60-pound flatheads and stuff. But that one memory, that one right there, that one just hits, that one at Lake Wiley. But we've caught some good ones at Bugs Island and real good 60-something pound flatheads over my years of fishing too. but I've not hit over that 80 mark on nothing yet.
Yeah, I mean, the Missouri River around here is a spot for the big dogs. But the 80-pound fish, no matter where you go, that's a stud.
Yeah. Oh, Shane told me to tell you what's up, Spencer. He was texting me, tell you what's up. I said he don't care to hear from you, Shane.
I don't think we ever got paid, did we?
No,
we went down and fished with Colby and we made a bet, and I don't think he ever paid up.
No,
I actually like it when people don't pay up because then I can just hang it over their head for the rest of the life.
No, a lot of my friends, Ryan, they've all passed that 100-pound mark, and I tell you why. It's because they go to Bugs Island every other weekend and push for that over the 100-pounder. And me, I just don't drive too far away too often.
Well, you don't have the time, bud.
No,
I mean, you are assholes and elbows, is what we call it.
Yeah, it is. I want to fish, but I want to get back home and get my next day going too.
Yeah.
You're lumping catfish together too. Like your biggest catfish versus your biggest blue versus your biggest flathead. Like to me, that's a totally different category.
It is totally different. Totally different. Like
I'd put that 60-pound flathead way above an 80-pound blue.
That's a 100-pound blue.
Yeah,
that's a 110-pound blue.
Yeah. Oh, I would put the 80-pound flathead over anything the rest of my life because I would lock in that 80-pound flathead.
Yeah, 80-pound flathead in my mind's like 120 to 130-pound blue.
I was going to say you'd be in the money if you were in my neck of the woods with an 80-pound flathead.
The 80-pound flathead here would be my state record I've been after, and that would be mission accomplished.
Right. That's what we're all after.
It is every single one of us. I've started learning all of us are after that one just straggler lingering under our baits.
Yeah, and at least for me, I've gone through the work of finding a biologist and finding out where the closest certified scale is and who am I going to call if it were to happen. I don't think in my stretch of water it's not going to happen, but I still have all the ducks in a row for it.
What's the state record in Wisconsin?
74.9 out of the Mississippi.
You might. Well, probably not.
It's obtainable.
It's possible there. Probable no, but not probable anywhere. The better stretch would be downriver from you.
Yeah.
Like that.
The Lake Wisconsin.
Below that, like below Prairie du Sac.
Oh, Prairie, yeah. Yeah, Prairie du Sac Dam's the last dam to the Mississippi.
Yeah, I think that stretch is probably your best bet. And I think your best bet, I think there's bigger fish in the Mississippi, but I think they're more easily targeted on the Wisconsin. Like if I wanted a Wisconsin state record, that's where I'd spend my time.
Yeah.
I'm like the only person here who hasn't caught a 60, so I take my.
Well, maybe we could cross that bridge when you come up next year.
Right.
I mean, if you would sleep a little lighter, you would have.
Right.
Into it, how far? You know how deep I've looked into it? Like I was thinking, if I was on a boat that didn't have a live well, whose dock am I pulling up to with a toolbox real quick to keep this thing alive?
Exactly, yeah.
I've had those thoughts. Like when it happens, I need to be on my A game to keep it
and
going.
if it does happen and you're not able to, if you think you're not able to keep it alive,
I've already
in my opinion, I don't care about the record. I'll let it go.
I've got a plan.
I'll catch it later.
I'm banking it up. I'm putting it in my catch net, and I'm holding that fish, bear hugging it until somebody gets there. Like in the water, laying on the bank, and I'm bear hugging him where he can't go, but he's in the water.
Right. Yep.
Like it doesn't matter.
I got an 18-foot flat cat, which they don't put a live well in those. And when I made that decision, I prioritized, like if I had the live well and I caught a state record, I'd try to keep it alive. But being able to get my boat in the water at shitty boat ramps is more important to me than keeping keeping a state record alive. So if I catch one, I'm just letting it go. I'll get some good video, I'll weigh it, and I'll just let them go.
Well, and that's another hurdle for Wisconsin. You can't transfer a live fish from one body. Like I couldn't take it out of the water and leave it in the live well and take it somewhere to get certified, because technically I'm transferring a live fish.
They'd hand you a ticket at the school.
Yeah, right, exactly. Here's your reward. Yeah.
You would still get the certified reward. You just take a ticket with it, right?
Yeah, right.
I'd take that ticket any day.
Yeah.
Hand me another one for when I drive back to the boat ramp.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely right.
That'd be a hell of a news story. Tell you what, there would be a video dedicated just for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine Caleb from Catch a Fever be like, "Yep, I paid his tickets for him."
He would. Like he would pay you and then pay you extra for the tickets.
Right. Exactly.
I had a run-in with the DNR when I was younger, when I was out trapping, and I caught a skunk, and I shot it, and I left it, and the DNR found it, and they came in to my house. I had my trap tag on it. They're like, "Did you shoot a skunk today and leave it?" I'm like, "Yes, sir, I did." And I got like a $45 ticket. I'm like, "Do you just want me to call you next time I catch a skunk? Because I'm going to do the same thing."
Yeah, right.
Because I shoot them, I let them freeze, and then they don't smell as bad.
Yeah. I'll just bring them to you next time.
Yeah. Next time I'll just cut the middleman out, and I'll just send you a check.
I'll drop them off. You can shoot them.
Because I don't want to smell like a skunk for $45.
It's worth $45. All right, another side one. What do you guys think of diddy pulls, trot lines, throw lines, all that stuff?
They're fun. They're very effective.
Those are all out of my spectrum.
Yeah, it's
In
not
Wisconsin.
not even legal up by you, is it?
Nope.
Well, I'm a fan of diddy pulls, trot lines, and throw lines. I think they are a blast, and there's nothing more exciting than coming around the bend in a river and seeing that diddy pull just going wah, wah, wah. I freaking love it.
It would be cool. I wish we could do it.
What's that Swamp People show?
Shoot the gator.
That kind of reminds me of that when I do run diddy pulls once in a great while.
Yeah, I used to run them a lot, man, but then I got wrapped up in the rod and the real thing. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of diddy pull guys just get the bad rap of killing them all, and some guys do, but there's a lot of people who run them and let the fish go, you know. And I'm of the mindset, kill all the 5 to 10 pound flatheads you want, and I get a lot of people like, well, if you kill the little ones, they'll never get a chance to become big ones, and
90% of them won't anyway.
Right. Like if you want to grow 50s, you let the 40s go.
Right.
If you want to grow 50s, you don't let the five pounders go and pray that they're going to make it to 50, and then kill the 40 pounders on the way. You know,
that's a fucking uphill road.
You're right. You know, you got so many things: disease, predation, shitty water conditions, all different kinds of stuff that yeah.
So every year for us, our deer camp, that's our main meal is flathead. So I'll keep 5 flathead every year in that 10 to 20 pound range. And that's all. Those are the only fish I'll keep because I hate cleaning fish.
I don't mind it. It used to bother me a little bit more, but every year I get better at it. Like I kept 7 channel cats the other day for my grandma. Well, I ate one of them, but she got the rest of them. But I think I had them clean in about 10, 12 minutes, probably a minute or two of fish. Just whip through them real quick.
Eat them. That's not a problem. It's the ones that's just loading them up in a truck and taking them all from you. But the eating them, that's like old fashioned. That's been around before any of us was born, you know?
Yeah. I just hate to see fish go to waste. You know, like
Yes.
The waste part, the go to waste part really matters a lot too, you know?
Yeah. Like even if you're gonna kill a big fish, like just eat it. You know,
All of it.
all of it. Yeah, don't let
Yeah.
any of it go to waste. You know, if you eat it all.
Yeah, justify this, but people, and I don't know, other than when I go to a restaurant, to be honest, I do it for this as sport and my hobby, but people say them giant ones don't taste good. I really don't know.
I've eaten.
I've never eaten a big one.
Yeah, I mean, they say they're nasty, but I cannot really judge it because I've never tried it, you know?
Well, I tell you what, if they're 15, 20 pounds, they ain't nasty.
Yeah.
They are delicious.
They all taste good for
But-
flatheads.
But just think about 30 pounds of hamburger on a table. And let's say you kill a 40-pound fish. That's how much fish you have.
If you clean it correctly, you got 25 pounds of meat minimum.
Yeah.
That's a ton.
That's a lot of meat.
And
Yeah, so-
I've always heard the example, oh, I got to feed my kid. Your kids aren't eating 30 pounds of fish.
No. If they are, they're complaining about it.
Right.
Just think how nice their hair would look with all those omega-3s flowing through the system.
Like Fabio.
Flowing locks.
Yeah, like I go back and forth. Is it better to keep 10 5-pounders or 1 25-pounder? Like population wise.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
At the end of the day, I don't care as long as you eat everything you kill.
Yes.
I do my best to make Victor clean all my fish.
Make who clean them?
Vic,
Oh, hell yeah.
I tell you what, when you guys come up next year or this coming summer, we're doing pizzas on the river. It's going to be awesome.
I'm all about it.
It's going to be real cool.
A long time, and I haven't gotten around to doing it.
He has got that stuff on lock. He knows exactly how to do it.
It's like a 5-star restaurant on the Wisconsin River. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a cook of cooks.
No, that's a great place to go to from a YouTubing perspective because not only do you have the big fish, but you got some decent numbers, and then you just have the variety. Like that's the thing I miss down south, where catfishing is good, and then you got some white bass, you got some stripers. I'm not a big bass fisherman, and I can dabble in the crappies, but the crappies are mostly like live scoping on lakes, so
Right.
I'm pretty much just catfishing. I guess I got the gar too. The gar are fun, man.
Just catfishing.
Yeah.
Sound like the rest of the
If you hit the smallies up by us just right, it's a ton of fun.
I mean, I've hit them when it wasn't right, and it was still a ton of fun.
I like smallmouth fishing. Like there just ain't enough of them around here. It's like I'm addicted to it. There's just not enough to really target around here. But I love fishing for them. They're just
Well, when you're up here, like you're up all night long. So when the sun starts to come up, usually you're tired, you're wore out, you're not awake. But when the sun the light first starts to shine, they're busting the top of the water, and all you got to do is take a fat head and a hook, free line, throw it in there, and it's one after another.
You're catching smallies one after another around there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, from 16 to 20 inches for maybe an hour and a half if you're awake for it.
Trout real big too.
Yeah.
Trout?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get into a ton unless they're stocked.
Yeah, we don't see none of them down here, like unless they stock them in a neighborhood pond or something.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Colby. This next summer, I'll let you know the dates. If you want to fly in around my house is about 8 miles from the airport.
Yeah.
If you want to go and experience some of that, we'll drag your ass along. It'd be a good time.
Oh, it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure.
You'll eat like a king. I know that. We're not eating what we catch. We're eating burn ends and No need to pack anything in your cooler, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'll plan on it for sure. It sounds fun.
But
Yeah,
we go up with the main reason we started going up there was Scott Monroe that owns Jurassic Plastics.
Right.
And he treats us like freaking kings when we go up there. Yes. But Scott's one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet. I mean, it's just awesome. And the whole time we're up there, you know, we'll go catfishing, we'll go walleye fishing, we'll go smallmouth fishing. It's just a blast.
Well,
but like Spencer said, you know, I don't pay attention to it as much, but the scenery is amazing.
yeah, the Northwoods is something else, man. And North Carolina has its beauty too. Don't get me wrong. It's just a different kind of beauty.
Yeah, they're a little bigger down there.
I want to catch one of them alligator guard too, just to say I accomplished it real quick. You know.
Come on out, bud.
That's a Texas thing?
Yeah,
That's
Texas, Louisiana. They got it there too.
Those great big ones.
Yeah.
Those look really cool.
Texas is freaking known for it.
When it's hot out and the water temp's like 80, 90 degrees, you can't hardly keep them off.
Any fish that you can lasso is cool with me.
Sure. And I will say, like, I'm a catfishman through and through. The guard definitely growing on me quite a bit. My only hang up with them is once you get them to the boat, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Like, they fight like crazy. They'll jump. They'll come clear out of the damn water. They'll rip drag like.
I figured that was pretty stressful.
What's that?
I figured it was pretty stressful for a quick minute once you're getting them to the bank for a quick second.
Right. Yeah, you could end up with stitches.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to attack you, but they just thrash their head around with them teeth flying.
Right.
And every part of them can cut you. It's not you just don't worry about the teeth. Right. Every single inch of them can cut you wide open.
But they're so strong, man. Like, and they're fast. You know, you catch a short-nosed gar, it barely fights. A long-nosed gar fights a little bit. But you hook a gator gar, and they fight. I mean, they're not a tarpon, but they're not that far off.
Yeah.
The only thing that, and I haven't fished for either of them, but the only thing that I feel like you could compare it to is one of those giant sturgeon from out west.
That's accomplishment. So I want to see too.
I've caught lake sturgeon, and they fight hard. I would say a gator gar probably fights a little harder.
Really?
I think. It's been a minute. I'm not real confident on that, but I think so.
That looks like a ton of fun. I mean, those things are, they're huge.
Yes. So what's your bucket list fish then? Like mine is a tarpon. That's my number one on my bucket list right now.
I think you have to split that into saltwater, freshwater.
All right. So saltwater tarpon, freshwater paraiba.
Okay, saltwater.
And you just went like on the other side of the pond with that.
Yeah,
well, it's still freshwater.
True. Yeah. It's definitely.
I'm not. I've caught lake sturgeon. I've caught alligator gar. The white sturgeon don't interest me that much. They're not predators. You know, I like predators.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say tarpon, saltwater, and then freshwater, a Wells catfish.
That's the other side of the pond.
I'm gonna go amberjack and Wells.
Okay.
Tarpon are cool. I like tarpon. That'd be fun. But those amberjack look like they fight like nobody's business.
Look wicked too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm going on a destination, it's for the brown ones. I can give a shit about anything else. I just want something over 60 pounds now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Saltwater's a whole different ball game, though.
You guys can have your fancy fish. Oh, them brown ugly ones.
We used to go down to Orange Beach, Alabama all the time, and I've never been in a boat, but they've got the Perdido Pass down there, and we got into some kings, and we got into some big kings off the shore. Or right, it's a break wall, and man, was that fun!
They're so fast.
They're so fast you can't even see them when they go by.
Like your line, if they cut to the side, your line has a rooster tail cutting
Yeah.
off because they're so fast.
It's a blast.
Yeah. No, Ryan, you kind of shifted my mentality. Now you make me feel bad saying Paraiba. I should just dedicate myself to catching the biggest damn flathead I possibly can.
That's where I'm at. That's where I've been since I was like 12.
And
I mean, that's the ultimate goal. It really is.
like,
Yeah.
if we're being real right now, we're 2 to 3 hours away from probably some of the biggest flatheads in the entire country.
I was taken back by Micah saying that his personal best was a 76.
77.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't take that pound away from him.
that is a tank.
Oh, yeah.
Flathead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah. Well, where he lives,
Those flatheads just don't hold them weights. Like, oh, I got a cat that's been sitting behind me the whole night.
we saw him.
I'm glad y'all ain't seen
That looks about muskrat size.
Right.
Get out of the way, cat.
Kitty.
Buy him a 10 off for Christmas.
Like, we not seen the cat yet, and she done moved, but she was there.
So I'm a big cat fisherman. I'm not a cat guy. But back to the flatheads, though. Like,
I'm
like,
a
I'm
one.
a little. That's going to be my main goal moving forward. Is to. I talked about getting that little jet, but there's a couple different waterways within 2-3 hours of me that give a really good opportunity to catch it a 70 or even 80 pounder. Actually, I say 2 or 3 different waterways, and I just drive past them to go further south, and I'm kind of an idiot.
And Eddie just brought up one.
I mean, just have a around here, Spencer, and be done thinking about it, and then you flathead fish here throughout the summer, and you and Ryan jump around all through here throughout the summer, and then just bomb with it, and you'll catch more flatheads than you ever have.
But I'm to the point where I just want to catch a freak.
Well, you would actually, if you lived around here, you would be out there more than me, so you would hold a bigger chance than me or anybody else around here because you would be out there more often.
The thing that's wild to me down there is your water depth. I mean, we don't get much past 20 feet up here.
Well,
you guys are fishing in like 80 feet of water.
You don't need deep water to catch.
In the river, you don't see that. In the river, you see maybe some 10-foot to 18-foot holes. Occasionally, your average depth's like 3 to 6. Until you get way upriver, it's like 2 foot of rocks for many different towns and counties.
Yeah.
And then, but down in the lake, you might see 20 to 30 foot in some holes in the lake. And that's at your very lowest end near the dam. Most of our stuff's pretty shallow, 10, 12 foot or less.
Yeah.
But now on the lower lakes, on our river chain, it gets pretty deep, but I don't go down there a lot. That's a couple hours from home sometimes.
Yeah, that's one theme I've noticed is you do not need depth to grow giant flatheads.
I've caught my biggest fish in 1 to 2 foot of water, like besides a few blues and big old giants on some ledges. Most of my late night flatheads is like 1 to 4 foot of water, y'all. Like, well, it's
the caveat to that though is in cold places you do need deep water for them to spend the winter. So they just need to be able to get to that for the winter. But
in the wintertime, they're going to holes.
Yeah,
they're always living around holes, like they're in holes, and then they'll roam around them. But you need 15 to 25 foot of water for them to spend the winter.
Right.
In cold places. And in places that aren't cold, you don't even need that,
Yeah. What do they got a hole up for? They're eating all the time.
Right.
Every flathead study I've read is they spend like daytime or nighttime. They spend most of their time in 5 to 15 feet of water. And I've never read a study that suggested that they go shallow at night, although they do. But like,
every
So I got one.
personally done.
When it comes to studies, and you've probably done more studies than I have, what is the home range of a flathead?
The overarching theme is it varies from fish to fish.
What I have saw was they don't go much further than a 30-acre range in a river.
Yeah, so it just, again, it depends on fish by fish basis. So I guarantee you that your stretch of river, you have a reservoir, you have a dam upriver of your reservoir, and then you also have a major tributary off of that.
Right.
The one that starts with L that I can't pronounce. But anyway, I guarantee that there are fish in that stretch where we saw you this summer that never leave. They spend the winter there.
They're always there.
They're always there. And then I also guarantee you there's fish that spend the winter there because it's one of the deeper stretches. And then they run up to the dam in the spring. Then there's other fish that run clear up the tributary to the next dam up the tributary.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet there's also fish that spend the winter in the reservoir and in the spring come out of the reservoir, spend the summer in the stretch that you fish, and then in the fall they leave.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
There's just fish. There's some fish that never leave. There's some fish that go a long ways.
I agree. And nobody judged me for this, but
I already judged you.
I know you did, but that's okay with you. None of your people viewing. But on how far they go, the furthest I've tracked it so far, I did this for a few years, like 3 years straight. I would use zip ties around our river and lake. And I know a lot of people's against that. And I'm against it now because I started.
I'm not against it, but it's definitely illegal up here.
And I started.
Allegedly.
I did a few of the fish that I brought in, and it started looking where I didn't want where the zip ties was. It started looking weird and nasty. So I started cutting off anyone that I caught in the future. I started just cutting it off and being done with that.
Yeah.
But I caught some fish 2 or 3 years later down in the bottom end of the lake in the creek where my dock is sometimes. And then I would catch them 5 to 10 miles upriver before. And then I would catch the same fish down in one of the creeks I was fishing or on my own dock randomly in the middle of the night next summer or two. And it would be the same exact fish done gained 5 or 10 pounds with my zip tie that was already grown into its fin. And then would start just taking pictures and I was like, all right, so the fish clearly moved down the river in the lake and on around and keep moving because around our lake, it's rare you post something and somebody else don't hear about it. So you're not hearing about not many other people doing that, you know?
Right. Yep.
Then you just start studying it. Well, them catfish at least went 5 to 10 miles throughout, you know, a year span wandering around the lake and the top end of the river and stuff. So I think some of them do roam, and then I think some you might just catch running through the same little hot hole that you've been fishing. But I think a lot of them just get a spur and start roaming down in the lake from the river and bigger waters.
Yeah.
I think time of year has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I guarantee you most of the fish that I've caught in my stretch of river, I've caught multiple times.
Yep, it is. It surprises you how often you think you might actually catch that same fish if you really just kept real good track of it. I think it happens quite often.
I know for a fact my buddy Jim was with me, and he caught a fish on a Friday and caught that exact same fish again the very next Friday.
Yep.
You could still see the hook hole in his mouth.
So
all the same markings.
Hear me out on this. If you fish the same area the same way throughout the year without changing tactics or spot on the spot that much, doesn't it make sense that you would catch the same fish?
Oh yeah, I have in the same spot with the same fish twice for sure in the same exact spot.
But the interesting thing would be if you moved spots, move stretches, and change tactics, or even kept the same tactics but use them in a new area. Then if you caught the same fish, that would be interesting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've caught them down in the main lake.
No, I'm talking to Andy.
Oh.
I will say, like, I know for a fact that, like, if the water comes up and we go up into the skinny stuff,
yeah,
which is usually like you can barely get your boat through it, but then the water comes up. We've caught the same fish after the water comes up into a different area.
But it's adjacent to the area you normally
Yes,
fish.
yes. It's not, as the crow flies, it's not far.
Right. So you're moving. So if you have the river, like you have the same hole, the same area, and you're moving. Yep. When the water comes up, you move out. When the water comes up, you move back in. But I'm talking if you moved up or down, if you would run into the same fish.
Andy's got 6 fish his whole life. He just catches.
There's a solid chance to that. Yeah, that's why I won't leave.
They're good ones. They're good ones.
Well, we had a buddy that had pet fish. He'd catch multiple times.
Say that again.
We had a buddy that made a pretty good living catching pet fish.
Oh yeah.
He'd catch the same fish every week, and it'd be a new video.
Yeah.
I would like.
Well,
to catch
just
that.
think if you're a guide in that stretch, you're doing great.
Right.
Well, what's that? Like a 3-hour float, and there was 3 holes in 3 hours. That's where they're going to be.
Now, when you say a hole, how deep is the water in between the holes?
A foot.
Yeah.
That's pretty shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kayak friendly only.
No, my boat would make it if you could get it in the water.
Well, that's different.
My 14-foot jet boat that I get, it'll be good for that.
Yeah, that's what you want for.
But there was 3 holes and about 3 fish per hole, and they were famous.
They were good ones.
But you know, if you're a guide, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Fish's mouth looks like Swiss cheese because you've caught them so many times.
As a guide, I want more than 3 fish.
Yeah.
I'd take 340s anytime out.
Yeah.
But like the area that I'm in, you know, it's a tourist town. And there's not too many of the people in the tourist town that are actually looking to go on a guided fishing trip.
Not for flatheads.
That'd be pretty stellar.
But
if I could catch the same fish
the
every
only time
weekend.
I've caught a fish while I saw a duck boat go by.
Right.
Filled with people.
All right. Andy, did you talk about your story, your biggest fish?
No, I did not. I went to the bathroom.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Well, I guess I'll start with my very personal best was a 27.5-pound channel cat.
Jesus.
That's a big channel cat.
But it's not our biggest.
No,
I said my personal.
Your
My personal was a 27.5-pound channel cat. The very next year, my buddy Tyler caught a legit 30-pound channel cat.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
And the week that he caught that, my dad was up here from South Carolina and his 2 cousins from Oklahoma. We just had an absolutely phenomenal week fishing. It was the 3rd week of July. We caught 3 flatheads over 50 pounds and finished it with that 30-pound channel cat.
Dang.
All in 1 week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like retirement numbers.
I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And that the one that my dad caught was, if he was if he wasn't 60, he was just shy of 60.
It's probably Ryan's fish.
Yeah. Way to feed him up. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
I'm so glad you guys caught that fish when you're up. You know what? I had messaged Spencer the year before that. I'm like, you guys are close. You're up and you're down from where we're at. And I'm just trying to hone you in a little bit. I know we got good fish here. Make a good video. And then you guys stuck that 60. That was so cool.
That was such a sweet spot, man. Like
It is. I mean, it's a great spot.
Even if you would have told us to go somewhere else, I would have still wanted to fish that at least one night. Like,
You got wood top, wood bottom.
it's just good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we've been on here 2 hours, boys. So we're gonna wrap her up and go to the last cast. Last cast is just for you to say any last thing you want to before we move off. There's no guides on here other than Ryan and I. So everybody knows our info on that. Just go to rivercertified.com. I guess I'll be transparent. I'm not taking on any new clients right now because I got a kiddo due in February. I'm trying to structure my life somewhat.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Get it.
So all new clients are Ryan's taking them. They'll be in good hands. Oh, sorry, other direction. Yeah, that way.
Like a deer.
Yes. So yeah, that's other than that, like thanks to everyone who took the time to listen and all the good comments and questions and stuff. Like just because we didn't answer them doesn't mean I didn't write them down, and that we won't get to them in the future. There's a lot of good questions I'll get to.
To be
I think
continued.
you're already looking like a dad.
What the hell's that mean?
You got to get up off the couch and go "Ugh," when you stand up.
Is it the gray? The gray hair?
Since you're a dad, dude, you're a dad now. You're just already a dad.
Yeah. So I got the old man strength. I know everything. Got it.
Yeah. Never have to change the TV channel again.
Nope.
My kids are all in the living room and they're 20.
Watching, Spencer's gonna start hollering, "Get the baby! I'm videoing."
Right. Keep that kid quiet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see everybody. I appreciate talking to y'all and had a good evening.
Yeah, me too. That was fun. I hope to see you guys up in Wisconsin this spring, summer.
You will.
We'll be there.
You will. Yep. We'll be there. Colby might be tagging along.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
If he isn't
Bring
there,
the crew. It'll be fun.
if he's not there, it's not because he wasn't invited. And
No,
We'll save you a piece of pizza.
yeah, it's all Colby's fault if he's not there.
definitely a pressure thing now for sure.
Damn work.
It always gets in the way.
What do you got, Andy? Any last parting words? Any fishing wisdom? Anything like that?
Well, I mean, when you come from Wisconsin, you only get to fish for 6 months out of the year. There's not a whole lot of wisdom there, really.
You got to make
Drill holes.
Just
That's
come up in July, and we'll eat like kings and sleep like babies.
Sounds good. Ryan, what do you got?
I don't know how kings sleep. I'd probably like to sleep like a king too. No, just thanks everybody. Make sure you're tuning in on Wednesdays and keep some questions coming.
Yeah.
You know, we always have a good time when we get to interact with people, and that's why we do it. You know, we do it because it's winter and it's slow and we're bored.
Well, there's nothing else to do, and we want to still talk catfishing.
Yeah,
That's-
absolutely. I'm gonna go catch bait next week. I'm gonna sit out there in the freezing cold and, you know, fish for 12 hours to catch some bait, but I can't wait till spring hits.
I got deer to cut up yet.
I gotta drive. Well,
Driving to greener pastures.
we'll haul my boat up in Wisconsin next summer. I will for sure change the service the wheel bearings.
Hey, smart. Yeah. Smart.
Always
We made it.
I'll check mine. It's been a few hours.
All right. Well, everybody have a good night. Appreciate you guys for hopping on. Looking forward to the next one. It'll be next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Currently, I'm not going to say who our guest is because people drop out all the time, but it's one that I'm super excited to talk to. Not like these guys, but like
It's just himself.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, for real. Like, we have good guests on every week. At least people I enjoy talking to. If everybody enjoys listening to them, I hope so. But it's definitely people I enjoy talking to, and this week was a good week. Next week should be a good week. Actually, I have guests planned out for the next month and a half. I'm kind of proud of myself right now.
Wow. And
Also,
about 3 of those are going to work out.
Pretty impressive.
Maybe. Hell yeah. But we'll get these guys back on again for one thing or another. Appreciate you guys for being on here. Appreciate everyone for listening, and have a good night. We'll see you around.
See you guys.
See y'all.